This is the new JHS pedals 424 gain stage, and it sounds like this. This pedal is based on the very thing that you can see here on the graphics, a Porta Studio 424 Mark I from Tascam. It's a cassette recorder thing. It was made popular by a guitar player called mk.gee pretty recently, and if you want to get the original thing, that is super expensive on Reverb at the moment because of that, so you can get this instead. The volume, master volume, that's like the master volume on the original unit. Gain 2, let me see, sets the volume level of the second gain stage. So on the Porta Studio, that will be your fader. And this, the gain 1, sets how much pre-amplification will be added to the input signal. On the Porta Studio, this is the trim knob, and you also have a bass and treble. At the moment, I'm going out from the XLR output directly into my audio interface, so you can run it like as a DI unit, or you can run it into an amp, and I'm going to show you both things in this video. At the moment, I'm playing a guitar tuned down to C standard. I did that because of the whole mk.gee thing. I'm going to show you some more sounds with that, and also in standard tuning. We are of course checking it out DI first, and also into an amp later. And also for the intro thing, I had some flanger on and some reverb. So let's just hear it without that as well. And then into a deluxe reverb, and that sounds like this. Okay, that is very interesting, because when I first tried this pedal a couple of days ago, I immediately liked it better through the XLR as a DI pedal. But now I found some sounds that I didn't find that time using it in front of my Fender Deluxe Reverb. Doesn't sound like any other overdrive or fuzz pedal, and that is very interesting to add into my gain vocabulary. And it's very interesting to see the gear we are getting now with sounds that we were desperately trying to get away from. Like in the beginning, when I used this as a DI, it sounds like I didn't set my levels in my audio interface, and now that's a sound that we like all of a sudden, thanks to guitar players like mk.gee, for example. You also see that with the PV Decade that I've talked about on this channel, transistor amps that we all hated, but all of a sudden we like them now. This is sort of the same thing, and yeah, I think it's a very cool pedal. I have not tried the original, but I mean, how hard can it be to replicate that sound? To me, it sounds like that. I've seen some videos. Of course, with the mk.gee guitar tone thing, he's using some stuff that I don't have. I'm just adding some reverb and some chorus-like flanger in my HX Stomp. And a lot of the drive that he's getting is actually from the reverb pedal, and I'm sort of like adding that in this pedal instead. I was also expecting it to be similar to the color box from JHS, and to some degree it is that, but that last sound that I got when I went from the pedal into the amp, it felt like I was plugged into my old hi-fi system, like really expensive, and then into an amp, and I was sort of like boosting my my tone with my CD player, my hi-fi system, which is kind of unique, I must say. I'm not sure about the price yet, but there's a link down below where that is probably up and running. I'm guessing around a couple of $100 for it, maybe a bit more. But yeah, a super interesting pedal. And I was sort of like expecting to say in this part of the video that I prefer to use it for the DI stuff, like either a pretty clean DI signal or the blown up stuff. You get those mk.gee tones and some Tame Impala tones, and I wasn't sure about it for like running it into a guitar amp, but now I think that was what I liked the most when I was playing it in this video. So yeah, it's a pretty versatile thing. It will probably not replace your clones or your tube screamers, but it's a nice add-on to your drive saturation vocabulary. So yeah, it's a go from me. Thank you for watching this video, and goodbye.